Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a Beko condensing tumble dryer. I found it on the street. It's a bit moist inside because it was left out in the rain. That doesn't normally affect things. It wasn't out very long. You can see on top here it's got some interesting dirt on it, but I don't think it was used very much. Filter's quite full. There's a bit of stuff in there, but it's not something that's been used and cleaned 100 times. I brought it home and I plugged it in. I was expecting for there to be nothing wrong with it, but then nothing happened. Just got a solid switch, or not solid, but a mechanical switch there, so it clunks on and off. Just nothing happened at all. So I thought, well, straight in, let's take the top off. 3 screws on the back. It's a pressed steel top, which you don't often see on things. Completely pressed steel, quite sharp on the inside there where my fingers are touching, but good and tough. I saw this and I thought, oh, is this one of those things like the Miele where it wraps around and does heat sensing, or not heat sensing but moisture sensing? And I thought, no, that's not that, because it's coming out of the condenser, and the condenser's got like smoke marks on it there and whatnot. You can see on the lid there's corresponding smoke marks inside. So this thing, the capacitor that's within that filter, has shot out, shot with some force to be able to unravel itself. Must have had a fire there in a few spots. I'm not sure how. It must have broken down or something. So this is the 2 filaments of the capacitor, I guess. They popped out and they just unfurl like that. I've broken it there, but it's not like it's broke already. That's a bit more of it. It's kind of sticky. The top's shot off it. This isn't plugged in. It's plugged in, but it's switched off at the moment. The top's shot off it there. So there's the neutral bar. So neutral should be going across, but I'm guessing live has shorted across or something. So I'll take this off and we'll try and have a better look at it. But what I'd be interested to hear from anybody who's got an idea about these things is, what would the cause of this be? And well, the solution is just to refit one, but I don't know if I can just put any old one on it. I think in reality I can just hotwire across it to see if it's working first, to see if the rest of the machine's working. But you might get noise and radio interference. That's what these things are here for. So let's take it off and have a look at it. So a couple of screws on the back seems to be all. Some of the shortest screws in the world there. They're only about 1/4 of an inch long. Tiny. And that snaps out, and then the neutral's already off. It's all a little bit sticky. Earths. So in reality, I think it should work like that. Just hang a bit of cable over the edge there. It's not earthed at the moment. Let's switch it on and see what happens. It's really, all that's happened is the condenser. Let's try and get that into the shot as well. They call it a condenser. It's a capacitor or it's a filter. Condenser is a very old name for capacitors, and it comes from motorcycle ignition terminology that I'm using. Let's turn it on and see if it explodes. No, not yet. Okay. Turn it on there. Any lights? You see, when that's happened, it might have fried a board or something as well, so. Door's closed. I've got no lights here yet. Press start. I'm not getting anything out of it there. So let's check for electricity. Could be a fuse gone. Yeah, it could be a fuse gone. I'm treating this as live, so I'm not going to touch it. Let's plug it out and check the fuse. Okay, so it's unplugged. have a look in here. Let's go for resistance. Yeah, I'm getting nothing on that fuse. Could have a fuse issue as well. Let's put a new one in it. $13 amp. Close that up. Before we close it, let's check that as well, just in case. Yeah, we've got continuity there now, so that might work now. In a scary way. Right, plugging it in. It's live. Any lights? Yeah, we've got lights. Okay, let's come down a bit here. Okay, so it says it's got a drying light and a buzzer light on. So if I change this, does this do anything? It certainly isn't drying. Let's just put it onto a timed. It's off. You'll notice I've just got the live dangling over there at the back, and the neutral's hanging in space there as well. It's not earthed as it stands, which is dangerous. It's on a 40-minute cycle there, so I'll leave it turning over for 3 or 4 minutes and we'll see if it gets hot. It's doing a little bit of a leak out the back here, but I suspect either the pump isn't working, but more than likely what's going on there is that it had water in it and it was standing in the rain, so that water's just coming out of it now. There's no clothing in it, so it shouldn't really be able to expel any water. I'll do a test wash another day. The motor's definitely working, it's just to see if the element's working, and then the other thing to check is the pump. So there's nothing in the condenser drawer at the moment. And back there is where you should see drips coming if the water was getting pumped up through. I can't tell yet if I think it's getting warm. Give it another minute. So the reverse action seems to be working. I think I'll stop it now, see if it's warm. So because of my wiring system, I've disconnected it, and let's just see. Yeah, that feels like it's getting warm. Yeah, there's definitely heat in there. Okay, it's quite a success. Excellent. I should have said what model it was. It's written down here. It's a Beko DRCS68W, made in Turkey. Yeah, that's an interesting failure. If you've any idea why that failed in that way, tell me. And if you know anything about these things and you think I could just bung any old suppressor on there, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Although I'll probably do some of my own research as well. Right. Any comments, leave them below. Any questions, leave them below. Give us a like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you later.